Welcome to Bitcoin 101, the emerging cryptocurrency marketplace. Recently, the shadowy world of crypto wealth creation has come into focus by identifying at least 10 of the most successful billion-dollar Bitcoin accumulators, and a secondary tier group of 10 that are not far behind the leaders. The cryptocurrency world has now recognized that these two formative groups are the well-informed and enthusiastic participants that have helped achieve this current level of measured success. Their combination of high-frequency trading systems, broad expertise, timing, and pure luck functionality have accelerated the growth of this new Bitcoin realm, creating many billion-dollar fortunes almost overnight. Many of their high-frequency trading systems are processing millions of transactions per second while trading a significant array of different Bitcoins. These initial efforts are what has helped create many of these new personal fortunes currently estimated to be worth hundreds of billion Bitcoin wealth. Since all these cryptocurrency fortunes exist outside of the traditional global financial system, establishing the true wealth of any of these recently acknowledged mega wealth Bitcoin recipients is not presently feasible. However, based upon reports in recent financially oriented publications such as Forbes, The Economist, The Wall Street Journal, and many other acknowledged credible review sources, it's become clear that this cryptocurrency era has indeed arrived. What its real long-term impact may be still remains to be determined. However, it's clear that it has already established a strong level of participation, attracting a broad range of new technically astute, financially oriented individuals. They recognize that there is still a robust opportunity on the cyber currency horizon. Over the course of Bitcoin's very brief history, it has undergone rapid growth to become a significant worldwide alternative currency for both online and offline utilization. As of February 2018, it's estimated that nearly 1,500 crypto assets exist. They represent a projected aggregate value of over $550 billion within the crypto realm. And that projected value has been estimated to have grown more than 30 times in value just since the start of 2017. At present, Bitcoins are considered to be digital assets created to facilitate an alternative medium of exchange. Cryptography has been utilized to develop and control its creation, operation, and management. Cryptography in and of itself is the science and study of techniques for creating secret writing, secret codes, or cipher control systems. The current winners in this unique digital realm are varied in terms of their personal skills and backgrounds. They are truly an odd lot of participants, including young cyberpunks, Silicon Valley tech mavericks, dumb luck participants, and many internet second-tier energy hog Bitcoin miners. A few notable sequential background history events follow. On August 18, 2008, the domain name bitcoin.org was registered. Later that year, on October 31st, a link to a paper authored by Satoshi Nakamoto entitled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was posted to a cryptography-oriented mailing list. That paper detailed the specific methods of using a peer-to-peer network to generate what was then described as a system for electronic transactions without relying on trust. On January 3, 2009, the Bitcoin network came into existence, with Satoshi Nakamoto's mining the Genesis block of Bitcoin, which had a reward of 50 Bitcoins. The first open-source operational Bitcoin client was released on the 9th of January in 2009. The first supporter, adopter, and contributor to the Bitcoin realm and the receiver of the first Bitcoin transaction was a programmer named Hal Finney. Mr. Finney downloaded the Bitcoin software the day it was released and received 10 Bitcoins from Nakamoto in what was the world's first known Bitcoin transaction on January 12, 2009. The value of that first Bitcoin transaction was negotiated by the individuals on the Bitcoin forum. There was one notable transaction of 10,000 Bitcoins. They were used to indirectly purchase 2 pizzas delivered by Papa John's. On August 6, 2010, a major transaction vulnerability within the Bitcoin protocol was detected. The transaction was not properly verified before being included in the transaction log or within the blockchain. That allowed the users to bypass the Bitcoin's economic restrictions and to create an infinite number of Bitcoins. On August 15, 2010, that vulnerability was exploited, and over 184 billion Bitcoins were generated in a transaction and then sent to 2 addresses on the network. Within hours, that transaction was detected and erased from the transaction log. After that incident, that bug was fixed and the network forked to an updated version of the Bitcoin protocol. Until that time, that was the only known major security flaw found and exploited in Bitcoin's brief history. In June 2011, WikiLeaks and other organizations began to accept Bitcoins for donations. In September 2012, the Bitcoin Foundation was launched to accelerate the global growth of Bitcoin through standardization, protection, and promotion of the open source protocol. The founders were Gavin Andresen, John Matanis, Patrick Merck, Charlie Shrem, and Peter Vicenzes. In October 2012, BitPay reported having over 1,000 merchants accepting Bitcoin under its payment processing service. In November 2012, WordPress had started accepting Bitcoins. In February 2013, the Bitcoin-based payment processor Coinbase reported selling 1 million Bitcoins in a single month at over $22 USD per Bitcoin. In March, the Bitcoin transaction log called blockchain temporarily split into 2 independent chains with differing rules on how the transactions would be accepted. For 6 hours, the 2 Bitcoin networks operated at the same time, each with its own version of the transaction history. The core developers called for a temporary halt to transactions, sparking a sharp sell-off. Normal operations were restored within the majority of the network, downgraded to version 0.7 of the Bitcoin software. In that same time frame in the U.S., the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, established regulatory guidelines for decentralized virtual currencies such as Bitcoin, classifying American Bitcoin miners who sell their generated Bitcoins as money service businesses or MSBs that may be subject to registration and other legal obligations. On May 17, 2013, it was reported that BitInstant processed approximately 30% of the money going into and out of Bitcoin, and in April alone facilitated 30,000 transactions. On June 23, 2013, it was reported that the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration listed Bitcoins as a seized asset in the United States Department of Justice seizure notice. It was the first time a government agency had claimed to have seized Bitcoins. On August 6, 2013, Federal Judge Amos Mazant of the Eastern District of Texas of the Fifth Circuit ruled that Bitcoins are a currency or a form of money. In Germany, the finance ministry subsumed Bitcoins under the term unit of account, a financial instrument, though not as e-money or a functional currency, a classification nonetheless having both legal and tax implications. In December 2013, Overstock.com announced plans to accept Bitcoin in the second half of 2014. In January 2014, the D Las Vegas Casino Hotel and Golden Gate Hotel and Casino properties in downtown Las Vegas announced they would also begin accepting Bitcoin. according to an article by USA Today. The article also stated the currency would be accepted at 5 locations, including the front desk and certain restaurants. In December 2014, Microsoft began to accept Bitcoin to buy Xbox games and Windows software. The United Kingdom-based exchange Bitstamp announced that their exchange would be taken offline while they investigated a hack which resulted in about 19,000 Bitcoins, equivalent to roughly 5 million USD at the time, that had been stolen from their hot wallet. That exchange remained offline for several days amid speculation that customers had lost their funds. Bitstamp resumed trading on January 9, 2015, after increasing security measures and assuring customers that their account balances would not be impacted. In March 2015, 21 Inc. announced it had raised 160 million USD in venture funding, the largest amount for any digital currency-related company. As of August 2015, it was estimated that 160,000 merchants were accepting Bitcoin payments. Barclays announced that they would become the first UK high street bank to start accepting Bitcoin, with plans to facilitate users to make charitable donations using the cryptocurrency outside their systems. They partnered in April 2016 with a mobile payment startup. In March 2016, the Japanese cabinet recognized virtual currencies like Bitcoin as having a function somewhat similar to real money. Bid or Buy, the largest South African online marketplace, launched Bitcoin payments for both buyers and sellers. In July 2016, researchers looking backwards published a paper showing that by November 2013, Bitcoin commerce was no longer driven by sin activities, but that had instead began serving many new legitimate enterprises, such as Uber, that had switched to Bitcoin in Argentina after the government blocked credit card companies from dealing with Uber. In September 2016, the initial number of Bitcoin ATMs had doubled over the last 18 months and reached 771 ATMs worldwide. In November 2016, the Swiss railway operator SBB upgraded all their automated ticket machines so that Bitcoin could be bought from them using the scanner on the ticket machine to scan the Bitcoin address on a phone app. During the same period, Bitcoin had begun to generate more academic interest year after year. The number of articles published mentioning Bitcoin grew from 83 in 2009 to 424 in 2012, and then rose to 3,580 articles in 2016. These articles helped increase the number of businesses accepting Bitcoin. In January 2017, NHK reported that the number of online stores accepting Bitcoin in Japan had increased 4.6 times over the past year. The BitPay CEO declared that the company's transaction rates grew more than 3 times from January 2016 to February 2017, and explained that the usage of Bitcoin was growing fast in B2B supply chain payments. Therefore, as Bitcoin gained more legitimacy among lawmakers and legacy financial companies, Japan passed a law to accept Bitcoin as a legal payment method. With Bitcoin prices currently gyrating up and down on a daily or hourly basis, investing in the cryptocurrency world with present-day methods may be considered as the equivalent to visiting your favorite casino. Characteristic of many previous get-rich-quick endeavors, there will always be far more losers than winners, as the current value of crypto coins has continued to exhibit these wild price swings, having recently taken a near 50% drop. In spite of these significant fluctuations, it's near certain that some of these blockchain-based cryptocurrencies are here to stay. However, they are and remain volatile and certainly speculative. But as the cryptocurrency world evolves, it's likely that some crypto blockchain-based methods will ultimately provide the safety, security, and stability required to be considered as a legitimate asset class. Will this happen soon? Not likely, but overall, perhaps it will evolve over a period of the next 5 years. Until then, you may be thinking, what might be the best current way to participate in this current cryptocurrency marketplace? We think that answer is to get involved now and stay involved, but not by yourself. Don't try this alone. We can help you succeed by using our proven professional management methodology and our significant knowledge of how the blockchain Bitcoin crypto marketplace really works. We are now going to present a live preview of the future and explain how you can become a member of a private hedge fund membership club. It's a program based upon a proprietary and profitable hedge technique with a provable performance track record. This method has already demonstrated outstanding results for all current participants.